These are the NBL Fantasy player previews with the Basketball Blokes.
Are Benny and I sleeping on RJ Hunter or Ronald Jordan, as Banksy likes to roll with for RJ? Should we be ruling out anyone who has played 40 NBA games and 6 years in the G League without seeing what he's got come NBL Blitz time? No, we probably shouldn't. Someone who has had a monster 46-point, 10 rebound and 6 assist outing in December 2018 in the G League should definitely at least be on your watch list. By the way, that is the game you are watching in the highlights. Interestingly, that season he played with fellow NBL 22 New Sydney import Jalen Adams and Isaac Humphries as well of Adelaide 36ers, outscoring both of those guys. Before venturing to Turkey for a couple of seasons recently, RJ spent the 1920 G League season playing alongside Tahir McCall, who will be lining up for the Taipans this season in NBL 22 also. Coach Buford had this to say about his new signing recently. RJ is one I've worked with briefly in Chicago. When we were looking at our roster, we identified shooting as an area we needed to bring in with one of our imports, and he brings that in spades. He's going to space the floor wherever he stands. He's going to draw defenders to him and hopefully create some of that space I was talking about for others to go to work, as well as adding a bunch of scoring from himself. And looking at his stats, you can see RJ can score and score lots sometimes. But what has Benny and I maybe a little bit worried is his numbers elsewhere. Some seasons he's averaged 4 to 5 boards a game, but then others he hovers around 2 to 3. And will he be able to push up to that 4 or 5 boards a game with the stacked Kings Bigs lineup of J-Mart, Jordan Hunter, Cooks, the Makers, etc.? His assist numbers get a pass mark, and with what Coach Buford was talking about in that quote there, you'd think that he might edge up that 3-ish, 3-4-ish if he does create that space and get it to one of the big guys down low. One positive is he's going to get a bunch of minutes in this Kings lineup that may be light on early as they await the return of DJ 3J from his Achilles injury. And where do we stand on that Kings schedule? After today's release of the refreshed rounds 1 to 6, Sydney has all singles except for that all-important triple, yes, I said triple, in round 3. We're thinking at the moment the wait-and-see approach might be best for RJ Hunter. Check his form and his spot in that stacked Kings lineup in the Blitz and make your call from there.
Check out our website over at basketballblokes.com, which is your home for all things NBL Fantasy. All of our social media links are there for you to follow, as well as a range of fantasy resources. Our rolling rosters include price estimates for the upcoming fantasy season. We also have an archive of player averages from prior seasons, including game logs from the 2019 season to help you with your research. In fact, we've already posted some preseason articles for the upcoming season, and during the season, our Schedulizer was our most used page, including by last season's overall winner. Our podcasts can be found on most platforms, but you can also find them in one spot on the website. If you want to be part of our NBL Fantasy loving community, support us over at our Patreon page via the link in the website.